Okay, the tank is about 51 inches tall. Now it looks like we're going to have to even out the cut a little bit better.
Yeah. Actually, I think I can get in there with the bucket and pull that out a little better. I'm still just a little shallow.
Oh, a little shallow.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Just a little shallow. So I think I need to widen it out or deepen it some more. 12 feet. Yep, we can. In fact, maybe this might help. Is that something?
That is solid gravel, huh?
Look at that. You see why the township wanted it so bad. They knew what was here.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't. You know, when we bought it, I had no idea. And I was going to tell you too, Les yesterday, he told me that his son, he has two sons, one's 30 and one's 27, I think. He said that they tried to, the one in particular, made a bunch of phone calls trying to buy the place. He said he just found out yesterday.
He's probably eating gravel. Mo, stop eating the gravel.
Hey, knucklehead. What are you doing there, Mooser? He says, you're down on my level now. How did this happen? How did this happen? And then he asked me, he goes, what are you guys doing? And he asked me about why we were doing all that work, and I told him, that we're going to make field and pasture and, everything for the animals. And he goes, well, what are you guys doing? So I explained to him, what we were doing, and you could just see he's like, oh my God, that's awesome. And he completely agreed. He goes, man, he says, all this GMO stuff and these pesticides and herbicides, he says, it's killing all of us. And I says, exactly.
Well, it's nice to hear from an older generation that they get what's happening.
Yeah, he was very impressed.
Good.
With what we were doing.
Well, that's at least one neighbor that's kind of like knows where we're going.
And I say, honestly, I think the further we go into this, the more people's attention we're going to get.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, the better things are going to get. Public relations, baby.
Yep.
It's all about PR.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me try digging that out a little bit more. Okay. Now, this type of soil, this is the shit that collapses and kills people.
Yeah, so don't get so close to the wall.
51. No, we're deeper than that. Well, for as wide as it is, I'd probably be okay. Throw me the shovel, would you please? Move some dirt around down here and try and get it kind of leveled up. Boy, oh boy, look at that. I tell you what, I bet when they dug the foundation for the house, I'm sure they did it by hand. They're probably in there like, holy crap.
That's kind of dangerous. Yeah, but that's kind of dangerous to dig out your own basement by hand.
Especially in this, oh yeah. I mean, in when was this built?
1900, yeah.
I don't think they had any excavators. They didn't have any type of equipment like that. If they did, it was steam powered.
Mm-hmm.
And it sure wasn't available to the general public.
No.
It was something that was working on the Panama Canal.
Yeah. I didn't see you there. Don't want to fall in there. You're a little too close, puppy. Mooser. Now, do you think that base needs to be kind of compressed, or you're just going to lay the tank right on top?
Put it right on it.
Because it might shift a little bit, right?
Oh, it'll probably settle a little time you fill it with water.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly though, with gravel, you can't really compact it well. Even if you had a tamper here, gravel just stays loose. That's nature. What did I say it was?
Didn't you say it was 10 foot?
I think it was 10, yeah. Well, according to that, it is big enough.
10 foot by 5 across, right?
Right. Yeah, 10 foot right here.
That was a great idea, putting those holes in the design.
Just for this reason. Okay, sweetie. Do you think I'm going to bring the bucket over here, basically hang the teeth right over the center of the tank,
Okay.
and I'll get the tooth down low. You think you can hook it on one of the teeth?
Yep.
You want to know what I think? I think we should set it in the hole and look. That's what I think.
Well, is it somewhat level?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not bad. But I say it's hard to tell because you're only got a 4-foot narrow. You won't really know until you actually put it in a hole.
Mm-hmm.
All you can do is, get close. What are you doing, Moose Boy? You keeping an eye on me?
Mm-hmm.
Mooser?
He's saying, I wish I could come down there and play with you.
Yeah. I don't think it's such a good place for moosers. Yes. The official mascot of Rambling Rosebud Farm. Huh. Are you the official mascot, buddy? Okay, now, I think what I'm going to do is get a rope and attach it to the... No, I take that back. You know what we're going to do? I'm going to go up and get the skid steer, and I'm going to push it.
Mm-hmm.
Just slide it, and then I got to get the skid steer down here anyways, the backfill.
Yep.
Once we get it 100%. Hey everybody, now we're going to move outside. We're going to do the preliminary plumbing connections to the 1,000-gallon holding tank outside the house. First thing we do is we have to cut in a couple of what is known as bulkhead fittings. They're meant to go through a tank and then to a threaded plumbing connection, in this case 1 inch. So I got to drill a 2.5-inch hole in this brand new tank, 2 of them. One for the line coming from the well and one for the line going to the pump inside the house. So I've got them marked out, laid out already, so here we go, cutting holes in a brand new tank. Here's the slugs. So you can see that this tank, because it's meant for potable water, actually has 2 layers to it. So it's probably about 3/4 of an inch thick, the walls. Now this fitting, this bulkhead fitting, whenever you go to put these in, you got to remember they're left-handed thread. They're reverse threaded. So the way that you would normally turn it to tighten it is loosening and vice versa. You know, the old righty-tighty, lefty-loosey thing doesn't apply here. I'm going to put it through the tank. Like I said, this is the suction line going to the house. Okay, so there's one. I just got to crawl down into the tank and tighten it up. And now we're going to do the second one. If you can see, it's got a rubber gasket right here that seals the hole. It keeps the water from going in the tank. Okay, you got to clean off any amount of flashing that's left over so you can make sure that it gets a good seal. Now I got to jump down in the tank with a pair of channel locks and tighten them up. going to have one more right about here. This will be where all of our electrical connections, all of our pump, the float switches, the cords to the float switches, and everything else is going to run out through there, and then we're going to put a junction box inside the house where everything gets spliced together, and the relays that control the pumps. So, now that we got that cut in, we can't do any of this yet because we got to keep the water to the house. But when we do, we're going to cut that, swing this line over to here, and then connect that side of the line to here, because that's going to the house, that's going to the well. Guess that's about it for now. We'll be back.